My name is Vinod Mantri. I have more than 30 years experience in software, global capability centers, media and small business. So I'm making this series of videos and helping corporate new joiners like you succeed and survive in the corporate world. The first topic I'm going to deal with is the dress code. Typically, as a new joiner, it's the first week, and you're just worried like how should I dress, like what should I be wearing. So typically, the HR will give you some kind of guidance on like what you should be wearing. Like should be typically in any kind of back office where you're working in primarily air-conditioned environment for 8 to 9 hours a day. Typically, I think HR would advise you to wear smart casuals, not formal wear. So that's the first point of guidance for you, the HR. And the second thing is just check with your peers if you have any, then the seniors, then your teachers, about the dress code of the company. What is it? What is the general culture like? What kind of dresses? What kind of dress? Whether you are actually male, female. So typically, I'm just addressing the male gender, but thing is, it applies equally to all the genders. So check with HR number one, and second thing is your peers, seniors, teachers if you have any. If you don't know anybody at all in the company and even outside also, and the teachers are also not like, clued in about the company, just don't worry. So on the first week of your job would be mainly spent on training, doing a lot of computer-based tutorials, listening to different lectures. So that will give you enough time for you to actually kind of observe how people in the workplace are dressing, what kind of dress are they wearing. So take the cue. So don't invest in a wardrobe before you join the company. I mean, that a lot of people do that. Like you got a job in the company and you go out on a shopping spree and you build a huge wardrobe. Then you realize like that's the kind of stuff you bought are not really appropriate for the company. So don't really invest in the wardrobe before you join the company. I mean, unless until you have solid feedback from seniors and peers, and you already know actually what is expected. So if you're like most of the general population, then just wait for the first week, then just observe how people are dressing, how your peers are dressing, how your team, how your colleagues are dressing, how your senior people are dressing. Then you get to interact with other teams in the cafeteria. So it's kind of generally observed. Then you'll have a fair idea as to what is expected. So typically, most of these back offices follow 5-day work week. So Monday through Thursday are usually formal working days, which is not really exactly formal, but it's more smart casual. Then the Friday is a casual day, and so on a casual day you're allowed to wear jeans, t-shirts, and sneakers and that kind of stuff. So it's not just about the main pieces of your attire like trousers and shirts. It's also about the accessory, the footwear. So overall look and feel of your appearance, I think that has to be in line with actually the corporate culture. So just make sure that like once on in the first week you make notes on all of those things, like how people are dressing, what kind of footwear, what kind of accessories they're wearing, what kind of chains, watches. So just observe all of those things, and accordingly just build up your wardrobe and start wearing your accessories. So the thing is, the main takeaway I would like to stress is you need to blend in, especially in the corporate world. You need to blend in initially. This is not like you're not trying to make a fashion statement. You want your performance to speak, not your clothes. So try to blend in, and thing is, based on the day of the week, you dress accordingly, and also the occasion. Like there are a lot of corporate occasions. Like for example, there could be a client visit, or there could be some kind of interface with suppliers. Then there could be actually team lunches, there could be client lunches, then there could be corporate social responsibility outings, like you go to the nearby schools or the NGOs to perform some kind of social service. So on even on the occasion, and there are, like, for example, most of the corporates are like try to be good corporate or good citizens of the country where they are located. So whenever there are like big occasions like Independence Day or any kind of festival, they allow you to dress accordingly, like in traditional attire. So those are allowed. So on those days, actually, based on the feedback you get from, or the kind of information you get from your team peers, you dress accordingly. So thing is, initially as a joiner, you want your performance to speak, not your clothes. So just get that message in. And once you rise higher up in the hierarchy, then you can start building a unique kind of dress code, your own kind of uniqueness. But right now, stay blended, don't stick out. And especially when as a new joiner, and once you actually start gaining some experience, although the performance is not, although the dress code is not a part of the performance appraisal, still the presentability of a person is definitely considered as a soft factor. So the thing is, especially most of the people who work in back offices now get to work out of a client location for short to longer durations in countries like the US, UK, and other countries. So for such kind of assignment, apart from your performance, I think your presentability, because you will be working primarily out of client location, the company should be comfortable that, like, you will be able to carry forward the culture and you will be able to represent the company well in a client location. And the kind of dress code you usually follow in client location, for example, US, UK, so, will again vary. I mean, although your company might have a certain culture, a certain kind of a dress code, the client might have a different dress code altogether. For example, a lot of software companies cater to banking clients, and banking clients are very, very formally attired, like suits. Usually suits are like the preferred clothing for all the banking clients. The thing is, so you will be required to wear a suit probably. So then you take the feedback, because already you will not be usually you will not be the only person working out of client location. There will be others also. You take the feedback, and as a team, I think you would like to be part of the client culture. So probably there is always some kind of discussion and some kind of agreement as to what kind of clothes you would wear in a client location. So overall, as a corporate new joiner, I think the overall message is not to stick out, just to blend in, just kind of observe what other people are wearing, and you just want to initially kind of blend in where what other people are wearing, then you focus on the main things, your performance. So we'll talk about more about that in my upcoming videos. For now, I think I'm signing off. Please like my video, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching.